to taking his kid at 3, Bob. Now, you want him. Maybe you trade down. Everyone's at a consensus. Bob, you go out and make that pick. You better be right. And I'll tell you this. Training camp, he wasn't any good. He didn't play week 1. And whether it was a healthy scratch or not, who the hell knows? Listed as a hamstring. I'll just tell you what I saw on yesterday. Whoa, boy. Like, you can't play him. The Packers identified him. They targeted him and abused him. And by the way, Devontae Adams only played about a quarter and a half. Okay? So it ain't like he drew the toughest assignment in the league. He had Valdez-Scantling as his primary.
I got a feeling that they probably were at the line telling him the plays. Here's what we're going to run. Let's see if you can stop this one. Because you didn't stop the previous ones. I mean, he was so out of position. It was.
I wonder where the people are at on this. I'd like to invite you guys in. We're just getting warmed up. 248-539-9797. That's also the ticket text number. I can't believe better.
That he overwhelmed everybody in the room. Mike, this may go down as being the dumbest decision in taking T.J. Hockenson and passing on Oliver and Bush.
No, I'm sure they'll deny it. They have to deny it, or they can say, "Oh, that's not."
We were 100% on board
accurate
with this. Yeah.
Okay.
Until they're fired, and then you come out and say, "Yeah, it was all him."
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Nice.
I mean, certainly.
Feel good to have that done. No. Maybe I'll rest for a few. See if you start feeling better. Okay. All right, here. Let's go. Gotta get those ones up. For one. Oh, right. Gotcha. I dread Sundays because I think about Mondays. Exactly. All right, Jared. You got it.
next
the
guy,
unfortunate part.
the next guy is at least 2 years behind. If you fired him right now, today, he's 2 years behind.
And had you drafted Herbert or Tua, you at least have a starting point.
There's nothing good about this. When you watch this team, it's accurate. Everybody watched the game to see how it was going to end. You knew the boat was going to sink. You
know
saw
the best
Jackie
part?
rolls up on the bow.
Yeah,
and
I'm
arms
king of
stretched
the
out. I'm king of the world. But you knew.
Cutscene, it's old couple drowning together in bed.
Right.
God, I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's apropos. Oh, yes. 4T3s, Lion fans. Me, priming the pump. I'm like, oh my God, the SOL is strong. They're going to do this.
And
It's happening.
I'm saying, here it comes. Here comes Aaron Rodgers, who hates his team. Yeah, Adams.
No,
Here comes 30 on you. Yeah, let's have
Will
it.
Harris is the iceberg. Back-to-back personal fouls to sink the half, lose the lead, and the boat's taken on water. And then Stafford grabs a jello and goes, I got these boys. Fix it. 248-539-9797. Bang! Will Harris has arrived. Listen, Precision Jewelers. If you're a Lion fan, it's probably your only chance to ever get a Super Bowl ring. You could call Lewis or Rennie. I'm sure they could take it care of for you. Precision, the only place to go. They have, whether it's a birthday, an anniversary, a holiday, or the engagement ring. Precision, the biggest selection, and they do great custom. They got 2 great locations for you. Eastsiders, great location, Gratiot and Roseville. Westsiders, the huge store in Westland, near the intersection of Warren and Wayne Road, and online anytime at your convenience. MyPrecisionJewelers.com. That's MyPrecisionJewelers.com.
I'm Jim Rome with a Radio.com Sports Minute. So there was some good news and some bad news from week 2 of the NFL season. What do you say we get the bad news out of the way first? Yesterday was a brutal day for injuries. The 49ers alone lost 5 starting players, including Nick Bosa. Saquon Barkley out for the year with a torn ACL. That's the bad news. How about some good news? That Sunday night matchup between the Seahawks and the Patriots was incredible. In fact, downright ridiculous. And if you're talking ridiculous, you better talk about one Russell Carrington Wilson, because he put on another clinic, and that great game came down to one final play. Bill Belichick refusing to call a timeout, giving the ball to Cam Newton and asking him to run it in. It didn't work. I've got no issue with how they handled that, and I don't care how much you hate the 12s or how much you think they're a collection of tools. That would have been some kind of scene and sound to have them in that building last night. I'm Jim Rome.
Are you a survivor of sexual abuse while in the Boy Scouts? You may be entitled to compensation, no matter how long ago the abuse happened. But your time to file a claim is limited. Call 800-788-5442. That's 800-788-5442 for more information. As a result of thousands of victims filing sexual abuse claims, the Boy Scouts have filed for bankruptcy protection, and the bankruptcy court has set November 16, 2020 as the deadline for abuse survivors to file a claim. If you are a survivor of sexual abuse while in the Boy Scouts, you may be entitled to compensation, no matter how long ago the abuse happened. Call for more information with one of our compassionate counselors today. Your call is completely anonymous. Remember, the bankruptcy court has set November 16, 2020 as the deadline for abuse survivors to file a claim. Call 800-788-5442. That's 800-788-5442 today. Sponsored by Mark J. Burnett Partners, LLC.
He knew. Donald Trump knew how deadly COVID was months ago, and he lied about it. Just listen.
Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob. Just today, and just some startling facts came out. It's not just old people, to plenty of young people.
Donald Trump knew as early as February just how deadly COVID was before anyone even died, and he did nothing about it. His indifference cost tens of thousands of black lives.
It goes
spicy Thai ribs, or the blackened haddock tacos. It's the perfect game day shareable. Help Mother Waddles to help those in need by donating your car. Your car donation to Mother Waddles will provide food and shelter to the poorest of the poor. Call Mother Waddles today and change a life. Call 313-WADDLES. The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
All right, straight to the people, and I mean it this time. Paul is in Chesterfield. I got to get in before Rico continues his nuclear meltdown. Paulie, how are you?
Listen, you guys crack me up. I love you guys. Let me get my thoughts fixed up and on for a while, holding on.
Yes, sir.
Basically, I'm not calling to complain about the Lions anymore because I'm over and done that. But I'm calling to toot your horn, Mike, because I've been listening to you for a long time. And you are spot on with all your takes. I remember I was listening to Carson Anderson this morning, which I don't listen to that too often. I tried to get on their show. They wouldn't let me on their show because I don't think they like the fact that you're right all the time about the Lions. But everything they were talking about today, it brought me back to what you were saying all of last year towards the end of the year. If the Lions keep these people and let them make that third pick, instead of drafting for the future, they were drafting for their lives and for their jobs. It was going to be a big mistake. You hit it 100% on the nose, because all they were talking about today was getting rid of Stafford, getting draft picks for him, and drafting a quarterback, which we should have did that last year.
Yeah, let me tell you this too, Paulie. I said this after the Green Bay game, and I'm standing by it. This will be Stafford's last year here, if you get the chance to trade him. How do you know that Stafford, who's banked almost $250 million in his career, how do you know that Stafford, who's got a beautiful family and who has had a hell of a career and who's had dealt with a lot of injuries, how do you know he just doesn't walk away?
If I was Stafford, I don't know how an athlete can. I play sports, but I don't know how an athlete. When you play sports, you go to college, you want to win. What is it about these athletes that they become professionals and they get all this money?
Yeah.
If I was Stafford, I would have asked him to get out of here 3, 4, 5 years ago.
No question.
To win something. But
I think he's got two choices. I don't think, Paul, I just don't believe he will be here next year. And look, I think he either asks out or he retires. I don't believe he'll be here. Period. That's how I feel.
Two more things. I want to welcome Rico to the show, and I want to say that John Tapper opening was phenomenal. You guys
Thanks, man. You got it. And Roberto did great work on it. I supplied him with the pie filling. He baked the crust. It was a beautiful pie. And if you didn't catch it, sit tight. 8 minutes. I'll let David roll it back for you.
Oh, yeah, but Mike, you see what happens when you supply people with decent things? They can take that and turn it into something masterful. And Bob Quinn, on the other hand, goes out and just lifts up garbage cans. What's in here? Used banana. Hey, we can probably use that. Let's put that in here.
I am loving this, Mike. Rico is so upset about everything. It's great. That's what happens when Frisco loses Bosa and Kevin Coleman and Mostert and Jimmy G. Rico's on tilt. Like Roberto in a happy hour.
Dude, because this town deserves better than what they're getting. You deserve better. You don't know what it's like to see a team play in the Super Bowl. You don't know what it's like to be at the top of the mountaintop. You deserve this, you earned this, and they aren't giving you anything close to this. As a matter of fact, you have regressed. I see an 0-2 Bengals team, and I get excited. They're 0-2. But man, that team's going to be good. Your team, hot garbage. Period. I said,
So
I'm
Mo.
Let's go to this call.
No, I love it. Please, you're delighting the masses. Momo, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing? I'm going to be fan of your show.
Thank you. What's on your mind?
I just want to say that Paul Selling much my brother. However, I would say right now, the YouTube show has a perfect opportunity for the Lions to just do a hard restart right now.
Oh,
I mean, Mo.
I I think that they have to do a hard restart, but man, it requires doing something that I don't know if the Ford family is ready to do. That's really sweeping out everything, all the furniture, painting the joint over, knocking down walls. That's
You
the
mean
restart.
yeah, no, but you don't need to say the Fords. It's Sheila. This is her show. Junior ain't nowhere to be found.
That's true.
Mom's done. She just said it. You take this. This is Sheila and her husband. This is their show. You just say their names. It's fine. It's cool when you're the boss. You get to make all the decisions. One problem. Everything's your fault. And this right here, this is Sheila's fault. We've all known she's a power player for the last few years. And from what many people say, she was a primary reason these two were given another chance. Guess what? This is your fault. Fix it, Sheila. Fix it. Your kitchen is serving garbage. People are getting sick. Fix it. Not hard. Not hard. They should have lined up at 3. Shut it down. They should have lined up at 3 and taken a quarterback. That's what a real organization would have done. But they're not a real organization. They are a second-rate, Mickey Mouse, substandard excuse for an NFL franchise. And if you think that's personal and it bothers you in Allen Park, too bad. Hey, let's check that Super Bowl hotline. Dial tone. Hey, let's check how many playoff wins you have since Rico's been alive. Check that since my dad's been alive. Check it since Abe Lincoln's been alive. Just please.
Mike, I'm with you. I mean, think about this. Green Bay, who's won a Super Bowl, Hall of Fame quarterback, traded
Drafted
up to get Jordan Love. We need another quarterback. Let's look to our future. Aaron Rodgers not going to keep doing this, folks. Let's plan now instead of reacting and being desperate. Lions had that opportunity. Nah, we good. We got Jeffrey Okuda. It's all good. We got this. Trust us. Trust us. But we got something cooking here. Dagger time.
Oh, 248-539-9797. Roberto's got a John Taffer delight. We'll get to you next. 97.1.
It's the Detroit Pals Step Up to the Plate Radiothon. Help area youth become leaders of today and tomorrow through youth sports and enrichment programs.
My name is Bryant George. My title is a Detroit police officer. My relationship with Detroit Pals started when I was in the 8th grade. I was a part of a basketball team called Detroit Rockhounds, where we won the Think Detroit Pal basketball championship in 2002. That was the first championship I ever won in my life, and I learned a lot as a Pal kid when it came to teamwork, discipline, hard work, and just really setting a goal in life. I went on to high school, and that same coaching staff that I met through Detroit Pal, which was a lieutenant who's currently on the job with more than 40 years, named Lieutenant Bobby Johnson. He followed me through high school and also the college. And so when I went to college, I wanted to be a police officer because of the impact that Detroit Pal had on my life. In today's world, some kids aren't afforded the opportunity to step up to the plate and swing, but us adults have an opportunity to step up to the plate right now and to ensure that our young people have an opportunity to swing in life. Please step up to the plate.
Every dollar helps. Make your donation to Detroit Pal now at 313-880-4PAL, 313-880-4725, or online at DetroitPal.org/step-up. The Detroit Pal Step Up to the Plate Radiothon on 97.1 The Ticket.
Someday, things will get back to normal. Until then, Flagstar Bank is doing everything we can to keep you connected to your money. You can access your checking account 24/7 through 56,000 fee-free ATMs, online and mobile, where you can transfer funds, pay bills, and deposit checks. And Flagstar branch drive-thrus are available with lobbies in the process of reopening. Flagstar Bank, the power of the human interest rate. Visit flagstar.com/checking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Our homes today are like little cities, full of different interneting boroughs, like the entertainment district in the living room, or the virtual fitness center in the garage. And Xfinity Internet keeps it all running smoothly with the fastest speed to power all your devices at once. You get coverage around town, from the financial district home office to the spa. Plus, get added protection to help keep your Wi-Fi network safe, like an at-home police station.
Xfinity Internet keeps your little city humming with reliable speed, coverage, and added security. Now that's simple, easy, awesome. Get started with Xfinity Internet for $25 a month for 12 months with a 1-year agreement. You'll get advanced security free with the XFi Gateway. Plus, ask about XFi Complete for whole home Wi-Fi, unlimited data, and more. Go online, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay. Ends 9/22/20. Restrictions apply. New performance starter internet 25 megabits per second customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
Do business more powerfully during Dell's semi-annual sale. Save up to 45% on Dell computers and servers with Intel Core processors. It's time for you to upgrade to new modern devices with Windows 10. Also, save on electronics and accessories, plus free shipping on everything and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call 877-ASK-DELL to talk to a Dell Technologies advisor who can help you find just the right tech. That's 877-ASK-DELL or visit Dell.com/businessdeals.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. Mortgage rates are at an all-time low, and now is the time to refinance. Giving our clients 5-star service is our #1 priority. Call 248-308-5000 or chat with us online, davidhallmortgage.com.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Papura of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com.
Every dollar helps. Make your donation to Detroit PAL now at 313-880-4PAL, 313-880-4725, or online at DetroitPAL.org/step-up. It's the Detroit PAL Step Up to the Plate Radiothon on 97.1 The Ticket. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station.
I'm going to turn the call over to Mrs. Sheila Hamp, who's going to have a few opening comments, then we'll open it up for questions.
This truly has been and will continue to be a family endeavor.
I saw an uncared for home, an owner sitting in the corner like you're king of your castle, which is falling down around you.
I'm very pleased and excited about the progress we've made, and I think we're on a good path.
This place is a disaster, and the owner is the biggest disaster of all.
Our expectations for our team are the same as we discussed at the end of last season.
So the best you can do sucks.
It's my goal and intent to bring them the winning football team on the field that they deserve.
This is your business. You don't even walk through it and look around. And you're surrounded by failure that's so easy to fix. This is the palace of a loser.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Sheila. Hope you're enjoying your time as owner. Because now the rubber meets the road. Your team blows. You're 0-2. You're a disaster. You are absolutely a joke, even by your normal placement in this league. And you presided over 2 of the worst hires in NFL history, getting a 3rd year. I hope your day is as bright as mine. It's 72 and sunny. The easy fix, it's simple. You brown bag both of these guys. She said she'd be more accessible. She said just losing is intolerable. Give the people something. You know, here's what you could do. You don't want to fire in 2 weeks. You release a statement. Straight up. I'm angry. Bob and Matt are aware of how I feel. And it's very, very simple. I expect to be contending for a playoff spot this year. Period. There's a lot at stake. But you won't get that. You won't get that because the Fords aren't capable of it. Because they don't know what they're doing. Because these people who run this organization, they don't have to build anything.
Again, I use the example with other owners in other industries, creating businesses and brands. It matters. You don't think David Tepper with Carolina has a better shot of being successful than the Fords? Tepper built his billions. Tepper is a cutthroat, Wall Street billionaire. No nonsense. He knows what hiring and firing is, what structure is, what culture is. You don't think Carolina's got a better shot than you the next 5 years? It matters. Well, Sheila, you waited until your 69th birthday to get the team officially. You're on the clock. Period. 248-539-9797. We can get to the people. We can get to the actual game. Because I will tell you, there was one stretch of this game that was the gold standard for two things. A horrifically coached team. And B, Detroit Lions football. And I can take you through it like this. Terrible sack, followed by penalty when you're just trying to run the clock out, so it stops the clock, followed by personal foul, touchdown Packers, followed by pick six, game over. I mean, that is the gold standard of year three. This coach is a bum, his program sucks, his team sucks, and poster child, Lions football.
Mike, at least it happened quick. At least it was painless. You knew it was done. You didn't have to sit there and wait for a game-winning field goal like you did in the last 2 years. This thing, at halftime, you could tap out. By the third quarter, you knew it was over. But no, let's get the list. Let's get the call.
Okay, done.
Waiting patient.
And we'll catch up on ticket text.
And I told David, you can turn my mic on.
Oh, relax. This has been a delightful conversation. Matt's in Kazoo. He's up next. Matty, what's the word, bud?
Hey, Mr. Blaney. So I had a quick question for you. The Lions are 0-2. They're probably going 0-4. All these injuries, just for the bust. Is there any chance that we get Trevor Lawrence? And if we do, can we get a coach like Lincoln Riley?
Listen, Matt, if you're asking me would I tank for Lawrence, absolutely I would. Period. I'm not going to run for it. I don't believe they have a chance to do anything in this league. I didn't want these two back. And I would have already been rebuilding. I'd already have my... Do you know the leverage you'd have, Matt, if you drafted Tua and then you were in a position to take Lawrence? What people would give you for that draft pick? Do you know where the organization would be as far as a rebuild? Versus, man, I'm telling you, I think there's a real chance Stafford either asks out or retires. I don't think Matthew Stafford is going to go through another regime change. I don't. And he's certainly not going to sit there and babysit a rookie. So, watch. Matt, this is 0 hour. This is the end of the Millen era. I really believe that. And I'll tell you one thing, the product on the TV, you could sync it up. It may not be statistically worse, or it might be, don't know. It's bad, man.
Yeah, anything is better than what we have right now. I mean, I hope you
be
go
careful with this. Matt, and I appreciate it, Matt. I want you to be careful with Rico, I think you're back. Listen, you can't label Okuda a bust. That's not fair. It's not. And I want to be clear about something. Me telling you what I was told regarding how the process of him getting drafted went down and how your personnel people didn't want him and how your coach wanted someone else and how kind of Quinn stepped to the forefront and he planted the flag there. Listen, that doesn't mean Okuda can't be a good player. It doesn't mean that he isn't a good player. He wasn't yesterday. It was terrible. It was alarming. Not going to lie to you. But he can't label him a bust. That's not fair to him. It's not.
I agree. I totally agree. It's one game. You have to see what happens. Mike, I think fans are feeling like, oh my goodness, did we pass on future Pro Bowlers? This has the feel of TJ Hawkinson all over. You don't hate the player.
And by the way,
just hate everything that happened after.
Another game, and I'm just going to continue to say this, and if people get angry, they get angry. You can listen to local media building up Hawkinson to make you feel better. Or you can look at reality. He's not terrible, but he ain't special. $6.5 million a year. Do you know how many times Jesse James has been targeted this season? Zero. Okay? Bob Quinn. Pay a veteran almost $7 million pop. Draft a tight end at 8. Don't address your pass rush. This is what you end up with. Mike's in Ann Arbor, 97.1. Mikey, how are you, man?
You and Terry.
And Mike.
Hey, what did that you guys a quick question? Do you think that lack of resources for the athletic training facilities that were closed during COVID in the off season and the accountability of there being no preseason schedule kind of messed up players' conditioning? I mean, I'm not blaming it completely, but I'm just saying it might have been a factor going into the season why we have so many injuries right now.
And they talked about it on Sunday Night Football last night. You saw the Patriot wide receivers kind of gassed out late in the game. They talked about it. It matters. But guess what? They said it. Everyone's doing it.
I said, Mike, we can go out to San Francisco and go try out for the team. David, pushing 40 time. They're down half a team.
Actually, David ran the 40 before. There are dead people in that thing.
Yeah, I am. Let's just say it looks like I've been without an off-season program for a few years now.
His 40 off seasons. Yeah. David likes to take a step a minute. Paul in Chesterfield, 97.1. What's up, Paul?
What's going on, guys?
Paul, on you. What's the story?
First of all, I want to say what's up, Rico? It's good to have you on the show, man.
Thanks.
Good stuff. I think you make the show a lot better. I want to make it here. First of all, COVID, I can't take off. Take a dime. If you can break that, that's your thing. Get a personal off to do it. You know what I want? I want to play a really important team up here. And hire the right coaching staff. Get this thing right. Pack this year. Get some more. You know, let's go. If we have to do one more pick this year, this team, it's going to fail. And it's just going to be the same old crap that we've seen this year. But Quinn and Patricia, they have to go.
Paul, you can't take the first overall pick with this regime. That's a waste right there. You should just trade it. Just at that point, just get rid of everything.
You have to. They got to tank this year. They just run it to the ground, tank this year. Like I said, hire a 4C to come in and just turn this thing around and do this thing right. And you guys might kill me for this, but I'm just going to say it anyway.
What?
Don't tell me Urban Meyer to come in here and coach. That would be a culture change that I don't think he's ever seen before. You know what? He may cheat, but
I don't hate it.
No, that was
It's maybe that's the next step for Urban. I don't know, but
I'm not laughing at anything when you talk about who could come in here. Because here's the other thing, and Paul, I'm not mad at any suggestion you're making. You need to understand something too, and let's be very clear. If the Lions ended up with the number 1 pick, you run the risk that Trevor Lawrence says, I'm not playing for you. I won't play for you.
I'm opting back into Clemson. I still have one more season.
It's not like the old days where you're negotiating your own deal and it's different. No, I know it's salary slotted. I get that. But if you don't think the stench of this franchise it's
Mike,
large.
Sam Bradford did the same thing. Now, I know he didn't turn out to be a great or a good NFL player.
Injuries.
Sam, right, but he said, nah, Lions got number 1. Going back to school. No.
Yeah, and I don't think Lawrence will go back to school. I just think if you publicly say, I don't want to play for you, I don't want to be there, you put the team in an impossible spot because they can't pay you more to come.
Well, Eli.
So he could just, exactly, and Eli got what he wanted.
Yeah.
The family got
You
what
are
they
so
wanted.
upsetting Kenny right now. He's like, please don't talk about
What?
that. I don't want to think about Trevor Lawrence not wanting to play for my team.
No, I'm just making the point that, this is where it begins now, and this is where Sheila's in the spotlight, right? All those years of waiting for your turn, well, you're up at the plate. And the first thing you did behind the scenes was help to keep these two around. Let me tell you something. It's not a good day for you. So what are you going to do? I've said it all winter and all spring. You don't put people who are afraid of losing their jobs in a position to make franchise-altering decisions. And that's exactly what you did. And it's proof positive that Sheila Ford-Ham has no idea how big this is. None. Because you don't say, hey, you better get this right or you're fired. And then that person has control over this massive decision. They're going to serve their self-interests over the interests of the company you preside over. If I were Sheila, I would have fired these two. And I would have said, Mom and anyone else on this committee, we have to make long-term decisions. We have a top 3 pick. We don't plan on being this bad again. We can't go short-term, save your job routine. And that's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. 97-1, because David's going to yell at me. D Las Vegas. Simple. Go to Vegas, gamble on sports, have a good time. Lots of good other football you could have watched. Anybody enjoy Patriots in Seattle? I did. Imagine being in a Vegas sports book for that. Oh, Rico. The whole deal is this. The sports book's open. The long bar's open. Bars in Vegas are open. Keep the D in mind if you decide to take a trip. It's the D.com to book your stay today. It's the D Las Vegas. They got everything you need. And whether it's now, or maybe you're thinking about a trip out next year, whatever it is, keep the D in mind as a part of your thought process. It's the D.com, the D Las Vegas, your home for sports in Vegas.
Attention new car buyers. Our Ram Power Days event is in high gear at Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Parkway's offering powerful savings on the entire inventory of award-winning Ram pickups. Our selection's unrivaled, and the lease deals are exceptional. We have hundreds to choose from, and the one you want is waiting for you at a price you can afford and ready for immediate delivery. And Parkway's also offering exclusive savings on a new Jeep Compass and Grand Cherokee, plus big savings on the new Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. And Parkway offers more trade-in cash, $2,000 more, the appraised value, plus an extra $2,000. And Parkway will buy your vehicle even if we don't sell you a new one. So see George and he'll buy it for cash. Parkway's Early Out program gets you out of any lease with a $3,000 or less payoff, no problem. And our showroom is completely sanitized hourly for your safety. Stop in, call, or go online and make an appointment for a VIP showing. Parkway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Hall Road in Clinton Township. You show up, sign up, and ride. Saturday 10 to 3. See dealer for details at parkwaycpj.com 24/7.
Do you feel that? That changing from a focus on need to something bigger. Because while it's perfectly fair to ask, what's in it for me? Finding the answer comes from asking, what's in it for we? Chemical Bank is now TCF Bank, and our purpose is answering that question, giving every person, business, community, every need the financial strength to make us all a stronger we. Member FDIC.
Here's a short quiz. Who won Best Actress last year? Who won the World Series 2 years ago? And finally, name your favorite teacher. Now, I'm guessing that the last question was the easiest. Why is that? Because that person made a difference in your life. So, go ahead and make a difference. Because making a difference is in you. From PassItOn.com.
So are you the type of guy that wants to look put together, but doesn't want to spend hours shopping? I hear you. This is why there's Stitch Fix, your personal styling service that delivers hand-picked clothes right to you. Stitch Fix is simple and convenient. Sign up in just a few minutes. Try new styles in the comfort of your own home, and there's no subscription required ever. So, isn't it time to refresh your look? Get started today at StitchFix.com. Stitch Fix. Personal styling for everybody.
How can Staples help you get back to business?
By printing you new signs for the times.
Staples can help prepare your business for the new normal with everything from in-store signage to health essentials like masks and hand sanitizer, and all at amazing prices.
And this week at Staples, get $15 off posters or yard signs when you spend $75 or more.
Save big this week at Staples.
Ends 10/31. Exclusions apply. Limit one offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details. This is time that matters. A window of time to help protect the ones you love. Your preteen benefits from staying up to date with their well visits. This is your window of protection. Schedule their well visit now. Brought to you by Merck.
The next time you're in Vegas, head to the D Las Vegas. It's not on the Strip, it's in downtown Vegas. The odds are better, the party's bigger, and you'll feel right at home. Book your stay today at thed.com. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
You could win $2,000 with the 2 Grand Slam, Thursday at 7:20 on The Morning Show with Stoney and Heather.
Hey, it's 3 o'clock, guys, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick up the phone. I want you to call because today is the PAL Step Up to the Plate Radiothon. The Detroit Police Athletic League, or PAL, helps out 15,000 youth each year. That's more than 15,000 kids since 2007. Their headquarters are down at the old ballpark, back where the Tiger Stadium used to be. That is their new headquarters. PAL needs to keep these programs going. They sponsor and support football, basketball, baseball, soccer, softball, t-ball, volleyball, track and field, tennis, golf, and cheerleading. $250 sponsors a child for a year. Every dollar helps, folks. Please donate now at 313-880-4PAL. 313-880-4725 or go online at detroitpal.org/step-up. And Bridgewater Interiors, they're going to match every donation that you make this hour. So this hour is key. $250 sponsors one child. So get in there, dig deep, and help these kids out.
2 things important. A, mark me down. I'll donate right now. David, send me the paperwork. Done. 2, is it true a portion of the proceeds they are going to donate to getting Patricia and Quinn fired? Is PAL on board with that, or is that, am I getting bad information?
You're getting bad information. They're going to support the programs that go on. Hey, man, there's a lot of NFL players that played in PAL.
Larry Foote's one of them, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Jordan Lewis?
Yes.
There's a lot of players that went through PAL, and they're doing it.
David,
Delano Hill made the big stop for Seattle.
I didn't quite make it to the NFL, but yeah, I was in PAL myself. I didn't make it to that.
Oh boy, yeah. I don't think you made the cut for highlighted alumnus.
Yeah, no, they're not going to put me on that list.
Jesus. 248-539-9797.
You know, the Hatchet Man.
Yeah, Hatchet Man. David, how about the ticket text now that we have disrespected you so brutally this second?
That is so bleeping on brand. Get this garbage regime out of here. That's regarding the Okuda news. Another one says Okuda led the team in tackles on Sunday, so he's not a bust.
No, he's not a bust. That's not fair. People have got to stop with that. You could say he played like crap. You could say it was discouraging. You can't call him a bust. And and as I've said, again, just because what I've been told is the personnel staff didn't want that to be the pick at 3, it doesn't mean it's going to end up being a terrible pick. It's about your